Welcome back to File Under Fire, a wrestling review podcast. My name is Brady. I am your host. Joined with me, as always, is Dom.
Hi guys, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been like a week and a half. And Avi
Hello.
from the beautiful Pacific Northwest.
Oh, so beautiful.
It's so beautiful and nice.
Yeah, I mean, like, we told you. I think from here on out, I think we should be pretty good. Regularly. I mean, I know I have at least one trip I haven't told you guys about. That's not important.
You fuck.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
Yeah, it's fine. We can do this whenever we want to.
but trying to get back on a regular weekly schedule here, at least for the time being. Um, we have 3 matches that we picked so long ago. It feels like it's only been like 2 weeks, I think. But
Yeah, it's funny though. We last week I forgot pros and connors, and so looking at that, it's dated like the 8th. Is when he sent that email. It's like, damn.
yeah, yeah, like that's kind of a good example, right? Like we picked these matches literally like over a week ago, and I had forgot everything until like today when I went back to rewatch them. Um, these are three just these are crazy matches. These are like
we did
This
the
is
thing
a
again.
good
Yeah.
week with some good variety. I think we got some like crazy heaters that are very different.
I feel like
all violent,
which is to me is like the goal. I think that's the most fun.
maybe mine being the kind of exception because of its prominence, but I feel like these are three like maybe undersung matches. Um, just like these are things that could be in not greatest matches ever, but really good. Like these could
Yeah,
be
and I
in
do.
conversation.
Yours is considered. It's in that conversation. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
it's like a GME nominee. That whole trilogy is really famous, as we'll talk about.
Mm-hmm. Which
I
They all
sat my
rock.
white ass down and I observed Brady's match. I really opened my mind to it.
Yeah, you have to squeegee your third eye to watch Rings,
Straight up.
Volcon,
yeah, because like
especially because there's that secret dick work.
secret
Uh-huh.
dick work, yeah.
And butthole work.
Ooh, definitely the butthole work. Um, I was gonna bring more lucha this week. Originally, that was my first thought. Like I was gonna bring like a Mr. Niebla bloodbath match from like
Ooh.
from Nalkapan. I don't remember what promotion, but like that was originally what I was gonna bring. But then I was like, ah, you brought lucha like 2 weeks in a
Good
row.
one.
I was like,
Mhm.
you're like, I brought lucha 2 weeks in a row. I was like, I don't really want to watch indie wrestling, and so then I went, huh.
Thank you.
And so I looked at my YouTube playlist, and I had created a playlist called Shoot Night. I don't know if that's public on the YouTube channel you could be watching this from, or if I have it unlisted. But I created a playlist one night just to watch a bunch of shoot style matches, and this was like one of the ones that really popped out to me whenever I went back and looked at it. It is Volkan versus Kiyoshi Tamura from Rings 9/26/97. This is the point in which I will defer to Aubie because I know he knows. Explain to me partially and mostly the audience all of the things you know about Rings.
Oh man, I'm no Rings expert. I really love Rings, and you said this match popped. It should because these are 1A and 1B probably in the conversation of like greatest shoot style wrestlers. And depending on, you could have either one at 1A and either one at 1B. But I mean, Rings is a shoot style fed. It's a Maeda Splinter promotion once again. Volkan is the star.
Mm-hmm.
Tamura is like the chosen one in shoot style. He starts in UWFI, but we've talked about this before on the pod. I don't remember what match we were talking about, but he gets kind of disillusioned. I think it was the Kingdom match we watched. Did we watch Kingdom match?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I'm sure we could go back and look, but
We watched. No, it was Funaki and
oh,
Nakano.
mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, we talked about this on there. Maybe. Or did we talk about Sakuraba? I don't. It doesn't matter.
It's
anyway.
been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, dude, I actually can't even. I don't remember.
Kiyoshi Tamura was like the expected and should have been ace of UWFI, but like he was too pure of a shoot stylist. He got mad when Vader came in. He didn't like the New Japan feud. He was feuding with Sakuraba like in the mid card when he thought they should have been headlining. So he goes to rings. He goes to Maeda's promotion rings, and he comes in. Obviously, he's like hot shit, but he's young. And I think it's like his fourth match in rings is against Volkan. And they have 3 matches, and this is the third. And they really like it's crazy. It's hard to do long-term storytelling and shoot style wrestling, but like this is a beginning, middle, end trilogy, and this is like the final act of it, and it's super great.
Can you explain how rings is like scored? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. It was fucking squared circles.
Yeah, no, you start the match with like a certain amount of points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say squared circles? I meant colored squares.
You were both. You're still right. Yeah.
I think it's 9 points. You start with 9 points, and you lose a point every time you use a rope break, and you lose 2 points if you get knocked down.
Mm.
And if you lose all your points, that's like a TKO.
Got it.
Right. So, you don't want to use rope breaks, and you don't want to get knocked down. And that does come into play in this match, but it's not really about the drama of the points. It's more about
the leg locks,
the insane high-level grappling chess that these guys are doing after already facing twice.
And I think, to that point, like the points that are in relation to the knockdowns don't matter as much as the knockdowns or the rope breaks, because those are like those are such defining moments, right? It's
the knockdowns are big.
Mm-hmm.
They're big swings in this match.
Yeah, like, and especially.
Did you guys watch the first 2?
No.
I did not. I actually did not even realize it was like a.
I started to watch the first one, but I was at work and my ADHD kicked in, and I like lost it, and I never went back.
So the first one is Tamura is like trying to get on the mat with Volkan, and he's like the underdog, obviously, and he gets like eaten up on the mat until he hits a big gut kick and kind of swings it. But then they go into this sequence that's like almost indescribable, like the reversals and counters that they're working through at the end of that match. But it's almost all on the mat, and it ends up with Volkan like getting the better of Tamura because he's better on the mat.
Which he shows.
In the second match, in the second match, Tamura gets a little more, and that's in their like their big tournament. And I'm pretty sure that picture of Volkan like hands to the heavens is from their January '97 match.
The best emo ever.
Yeah, but he makes it. Tamura's a better striker. That's like Volkan's weakness.
Mm-hmm.
And Volkan is like the greatest grappler ever, but Tamura's right there. But he mixes in a little more striking, but he like gets a little cocky with it, and Volkan takes out his plant leg and like submits him. And in both those matches, he does this crazy, like it kind of plays into this one. You know how he'll kind of like he keeps going for standing Kimuras?
Yes.
Volkan. In the first 2 matches, he uses those, like he gets a Kimura lock and like suplexes him out of it. So like early on, like deadlift suplexes him out of the Kimura lock. So like early on in this match, when he looks like he's going for the Kimura, and then he reverse rolls through it and gets that. It's like the very first, like, in shoot style, the crowd will realize there's about to be a kill and like, oh,
Yeah.
That's like early on in this match, is sort of reversal of that. So it does like play into the story of this match, but you also don't need it at all because these two guys are just doing, again, like the most high level worked hold stuff you could ever possibly do.
You could make the argument to me that it isn't entirely worked, because, and it's something I will clearly point out. It's on the thumbnail. You watch this match, you'll know. There is a point where he's pulling on an armbar, and I swear to the good heavens that Tamura's elbow goes the wrong way.
It looks gross. It looks very gross. His shoulder looks gross at a lot of points.
It looks like it looks like his elbow just pops, and then like it pops.
Tamura has poop on his fingers.
Yeah.
That's how things happen. He did stick it up his butt.
Hey.
But he had that. But that he had to get leverage. It's
wrestling. Since the dawn of wrestling, they used to do it naked. You think they weren't doing it?
Bro, they were
oil checks, butthole fish hooks and stuff.
Dude, bad. They were definitely clawing at butt cheeks. Bad, and hurting, real bad.
For sure. So that's
the arm lock suplex thing was cool, by the way. I like when he lifted it up.
Yeah, the arm suplex is crazy.
That shit looked like this whole match looks like everything hurts and was probably really uncomfortable to do and really grueling and sucked. But it was awesome to watch, and I'm happy I wasn't in the ring doing it.
Yeah, like
getting
the way they could just freestyle, like going for there's one sequence towards the end of the match where Tamura's trying to get the leg, and Han is trying to get the arm, or is it the other way around?
Ooh, I don't know. I already forgot the whole match.
I'm looking at my notes. I didn't write it down. I'll be honest.
It's really hard to like write down what's happening because it's just so fluid. But there's a point late in the match where they're both one's going for the leg and one's going for the arm, and the way they're maneuvering into and out of like check positions, trying to go for checkmates is like breathtaking.
It is basically body twister checkers. I mean chess. I was thinking of the wrong thing.
And the ring's aesthetic is like the greatest thing of all time. We didn't even talk about that. The music, the lights.
Okay.
The graphics.
Is the bottom rope also the only one that's a different color too?
I didn't even notice.
That's pretty.
It's like the other ones are white, and then like the bottom rope is red.
Shit, I don't even know. I was focused on that guy. He was getting his ankles pulled on. I was like,
yeah, I was locked in, dude.
I noticed it at one point because they had like a top-down shot when I think it was Tamura got his foot to the rope to get the rope break, and they had like an overhead shot of it, and that's kind of when I like.
Oh, and I love that overhead shot, man.
Yeah, great camera angle.
Good. It's so good, especially in shoot style. But like, there's a lot of great. You could go through ring shows and clip a lot of great stills from the overhead shots. They're really cool.
Like you said, like a lot of the way that Tamura is able to like change the pace and the tide is just outstriking Volk.
I liked when he does his big jump kick. That shit was
awesome. Yeah, he's the better striker. But then it's so good when Volk gets the slaps in and like throws the arms up.
And throws up all like, dude, look at me, I'm awesome. And he's getting his ass beat like the whole time in striking. He's like a little jerk off.
And Tamura, man, like he looks like a Terminator.
Yeah, he does.
This is like the most shredded up dude you will ever see in your life.
Hair perfect and whole time.
He always looks like this his whole life, it feels like, probably.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that was like just a little too early to be. He would probably be like a fucking MMA legend if he was like a little bit younger.
Yeah.
I actually,
because he was made for MMA, dude.
Yeah, like if he
just came in at the wrong time.
If he was like 3 or 4 years younger, and
he still did some MMA, but
and he could have been like one of the main like Pride guys.
Yeah.
Like he definitely would have.
He's pretty handsome. He comes out in that U-File shirt, which we've definitely talked about U-File camp, because he trained Masashi Takeda, in U-File camp. I know we've talked about that.
We have indeed.
Yeah.
I'm a. Yeah, I like a lot of the same things I've noticed. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, I like Takeda, like specifically his shoot stuff. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, and like
yeah. Brady, that's because this shit whips
fucking
ass.
rips. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that is like late match that I really love is they're on the mat and you can just see that like Volkan is exhausted. Like he's laying there, he's breathing heavy, and he basically like just like grabs Tamura with his legs to basically like force a stalemate because he realizes like from the position he's in, he is doomed. And he forces the stalemate. They have to stand them both up, and what does he do? Immediately starts attacking with the palm strikes.
Slaps the dog shit and piss out of him.
Yeah.
But still, even still, then Tamura, he gets the headlock takeover, which looked
Dude, it's so beautiful.
like
So beautiful.
so. We say it all the time. Things like that change how you look at wrestling. For every perfectly executed headlock takeover I've ever seen, I will now want every single one to look like that because that was a man grabbing some dude by his head, putting his hips behind him, and just using every single bit of force he had to pull his body over. And he gets the
Yeah,
armbar.
and then that's the kill shot pretty much.
Yeah, he gets the armbar and wins. And I mean that, and
And he crosses his ankles
Mhm.
and pins his other arm.
And I mean they're
Oh my
dead
God.
center of the ring.
Yeah.
Once
Nowhere
again,
to go.
once again, another great overhead shot on that too, where they're
Yes.
dead center of the ring, just arm fully extended. Yeah,
We've talked about how we like the instant kill submissions in lucha, and I know
Mhm.
we've talked about how we like stuff like the armbar. I like that's what makes shoot style so exciting. You have to pay attention
yeah,
because that can happen like at any moment. Somebody can get a hold on like that is like game over, and that's what they're always fighting against.
and
Which that's kind of similar to MMA, but you can be dramatic about it in shoot style, and that's where the
and because you have
meat is of the
things,
bone there.
because you have things like rope breaks, you can't
Yeah,
get in MMA. You can have
yeah.
moments where, like we were talking about, where Volk gets a really nasty looking armbar, but because Tamura could get his foot to the ropes, doesn't matter how nasty it was, he didn't tap out. Now it is up to Tamura to finish the match, whether the fact that his elbow got dislocated or not, and he does. Yeah, that is like the beauty of shoot style opposed to just straight MMA because
And I like when they do slaps and punches.
yeah, that too. And like
I like the
Mhm.
slaps. The
and
kicks were all gnarly.
I love
Mhm.
there's something really special about the sound of a head kick with somebody wearing kick pads. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like an ideal noise. Especially from a shoot style guy who knows how to like properly execute it.
Yeah. And this thing is like 12 minutes long,
Yeah.
and it feels like it's an hour, and it feels like it's 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good like palate cleanser and brainwash. If you've been watching other types of wrestling, to go just watch something like this and kind of.
And that's exactly why I ended up bringing it because it was like I watched it and I went, yeah, man, like there is something so special about just watching two dudes like this. And like obviously like you said it is a very known match. It's not like this is like a, best kept secret or anything, but it's two of the best and two of the aces of rings just going at each other's arms. I would say heads, but it's really arms.
I think when rings went full real MMA, I think their first tournament was won by Dan Henderson. Funny. Oh shit, my fault.
Hendo? Dan
It's
Henderson?
all relative too. Like we say, this is like such a known match. It's got 31,000 views.
Yeah.
So in the world of shoot, but that's the thing. Like shoot style is all on tape.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to uncover any hidden shoot style gems. Like you can watch every UWF show, you can watch every UWFI show, you can watch every ring show, you can watch every PWFG show. You know, like it's very well documented. So you're not going to find any hidden gems, but it's all relative.
But I mean, like, even still,
it is a famous shoot style match, but like for a reason. It's the peak of the style.
even still, like, when, you know, speaking about the playlist I made, right? Like, yeah, this one has 31,000 views, but then there's like a match that's way way wilder. That's a tag match from UWFI that has like less than 300 views. You know, like but like you said, it's all on tape. Just because that video has 300 views doesn't mean thousands of people haven't seen it. They just haven't watched that version of it.
There's definitely multiple uploads everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, yeah, it's famous for a reason. It's because it's a thing of beauty. It's a living thing.
Moving on. I was gonna try and come up with a segue. I lost it anyway. Moving on to Aubie's match of the week. It is Buddy Rose versus Matt Bourne from the Pacific Northwest NWA territory.
Dude, Buddy Rose is fat and chopped and popped and ugly and fat as fuck.
This one is 6'12", 82. Because I know these guys worked a lot. Aubie, I know not to immediately throw to you again like I did with the last match, but I know you wanted to bring something that was representative of your new home in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I've been watching Portland. I'm certainly like partly because I was moving here and it was fun to do, you know, thinking about the move, but also because I've been wanting to do it and it's some of the best wrestling TV that there is.
Mm-hmm.
And I've thought about bringing Portland matches before, but when I said like, all right, I'm going to bring a Portland match because I'm going to be there, you know, whatever, it's nerdy or whatever, but it's fun. But the thing with Portland, if you've watched any of it, and I know Dom has watched some Portland TV stuff, it's all 2 out of 3 falls matches, and they're all really long.
Yeah,
which I feel like this wasn't that long.
No, this one's not. That's part of why. A lot of Portland TV episodes will be like one match for the whole episode. And the way they formatted TV would be like, be a 2 out of 3 falls match. They'd have some promos. They'd have some commercials. They'd do the first fall. They'd do some more promos. They'd come back for the second fall. They would even have promos with like the people that were in the match between falls. Right? So it's not like it's incredible TV. It's so easy to watch. It's such a brilliant format.
That's something I actually wasn't super used to, not to cut you off.
They're the only one that did it that way.
With their 2 out of 3 falls was that they tried to interview each guy after each fall. Yeah. And I was like, oh wow, I was not expecting that.
It's awesome though.
It's fun. No, it's
he's like fun. Heated ass promos.
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck you! I just fucking did you. One more!" And he's like, "Oh
yeah,
shit,
pretty much." But it makes it hard to like, you know, say you should like watch this one Portland match because it's like it's all about the TV product, and all that stuff that goes in between is like part of it. So it makes everything like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, like it's really easy to clip out like the promos and stuff, you know, like some of the famous like Roddy promos and shit like that. But then like, you know, the matches, like it's a lot harder because you're like, it's not as interesting.
You know, like you think about like Mid-Atlantic TV and other places, they're doing squash matches.
Mm-hmm.
Portland was doing these big TV main events all the time.
I mean, yeah, like,
And so they're longer. The shows are built around the wrestling match, whereas like if you go watch Mid-Atlantic, it's promos and squash matches. So the format is like so different. But this is a sick ass match like in a vacuum, and it's also an example of like how good they were at the TV booking part of the job.
mm-hmm.
And it's 20 minutes, so that's why I chose this one over the other million Buddy Rose and Roddy Piper matches that you could pick, because there's a ton of super high level Portland TV wrestling from this era.
I'm just looking like quickly. Do you know how many times these guys wrestled each other?
No, but I'm sure it's a ton. I mean, that's part of it was a small territory, man. And
Mhm.
Buddy Rose was on top of it for like years, every week on TV. It's a real testament to his greatness. This product was like super hot with like 6 wrestlers. And Buddy Rose on top forever. How many times have they wrestled already?
Hold on, let me change the match constellation so it's only singles matches, because there's a lot more.
Well, they were a tag team for a long time.
Well, yeah, but there's like, battle royals and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and that kind of creates some stuff. But I mean, like, just singles matches, they have 33 total. With
I would like to watch all 33.
If
you've got any of those that are not on the internet, that Buddy Rose did not tape off TV,
you have to send it.
Yes, please.
It says there are 9 more matches according to Cage Match after this. Only one more, or well, technically 2. They ran the street fight back-to-back days, once in Portland, the next day in Seattle.
Yeah, and that's how they would do it, right?
But
you work it around the loop.
But so when they work it in Portland,
but I don't think they did that as much up here as they did in, say, like bigger territories.
When they worked it in Portland, Matt Bourne won. When they worked it in Seattle, Buddy Rose won.
Oh shit!
And then they don't face each other again until '84, and they have a little smaller program in the summer of '84.
He was a bigger draw, bro. What can I say?
Well, and these are two Pacific Northwest legends. Rose, obviously, because he was the homesteading top guy for years and years in Portland in a time where that was really hard to do. Mm-hmm. Really hard to stay in one place, especially that has weekly TV, especially that gives away so much on TV that Portland did. And just be on top and be hot.
Do you think?
And then Matt Bourne, his father was a Pacific Northwest legend. He started in the Pacific Northwest. So.
Do you think it had to do with the fact that Buddy Rose looks like shit? Like, you know what I mean? Do you think?
I mean, maybe.
Do you think that's why Vince never came calling or anything?
Well, guess what?
Well, he did. He had a WWF run when he was big. Maybe. No, he worked. He worked in the WWF some. He worked all over. Buddy Rose was I mean, I think like among promoters and stuff was like seen as a draw. I think he just liked it here.
I mean, yeah, he works.
And he owned this crowd here.
Like, he is working the territories from the looks of his cage match, but it's not like he is.
But I'm certainly not the first to say this. This is like the accepted wisdom on Buddy Rose, and I'm finding that it's true because I've been watching chronologically from 79 on, 77 on. Mm-hmm. He is not a guy that you watch one match and go, oh, he's like one of the best ever. You watch like 15 Buddy Rose matches where he does the exact right thing in every single one of them. depending on the opponent and what the match calls for, and he can have like anybody's match. He is a guy whose greatness is revealed by watching him work like every week,
multiple times.
Yeah, because could just do anything and everything, including having an insane bloody brawl, where you murder each other and bleed all over the arena.
Where you murder the man that becomes a clown.
Sorry.
I'm the joke, boy.
He probably got some CTE from.
I'm literally so I'm just sitting here looking at Buddy Rose's cage match. So he's working WWF like only in 1990. Like that's the only place he works in 1990, and like he is just on the house show loops, and he is losing a lot.
Yeah, well, he got really, really big, and he had a really, really big coke issue problem. So that's, I mean, he's 100 pounds heavier in the WWF than he was in Portland. He was still agile, and he doesn't show it a ton in this. He takes some big crazy bumps, but you can watch him against like one of the Strongbows or the Youngbloods, and he's doing these like super athletic, agile sequences. Like he literally could do everything, and he was still doing that when he was big. But he ate and snorted himself out of a career.
There's a stretch where he is just only working Paul Roma and losing to Paul Roma.
But I'm a Paul Roma respecter.
But it's crazy. So like he wrestles a house show in St. Louis on April 27th, and then he wrestles Paul Roma the next night in Daly City, California at the Cow Palace. And loses both times. They probably had the same match.
Probably. I bet it was good.
Cow Palace is like a famous venue, like arena venue from like.
They got cows?
I don't think so.
No, that was the San Francisco wrestling venue for.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought it had cows. I'm not interested if it doesn't have cows.
It's probably a fairgrounds or something.
I think so, yeah.
I would imagine.
Anyway, to this fucking.
I've heard that forever, but yeah, I never thought to.
To this match, now that my brain is done getting sidetracked.
Yeah.
This is insane. Matt Bourne is really good here. Like
he is always vicious.
He is.
He's relentless, man. He's like I said, Kiyoshi Tamura looked like a Terminator. Matt Bourne like acts like a Terminator.
Yes,
every time he gets on offense, he is just all forward momentum and ass whooping, and everything he does is like punch you in the face, knee drop you in the face.
Yeah, it's just all to the face.
Yeah. Punch you in the stomach.
He's
like a caveman frozen out of an iceberg.
I typed at one point, I'm not typing a ton, but I promise it's just fucking punches, holy shit. Cause like,
yeah, and they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're crazy punches.
They're all nasty and they're catching each other on the face.
And it's a perfectly structured little deal. That's why the 3 falls are so fun, too. It's like almost a lucha structure to this brawl.
They announce...
It feels kind of like a lucha brawl.
I guess is the guy in the suit that does like the announcements, I assume, is the promoter. At least like...
No.
At least...
Okay. Oh, the ring announcements?
Yeah, well, yeah. I assume he's at least like the figurehead
he came out.
booker.
So Buddy Rose, I know we're going long on this. The match discussion will be short because it's short and sweet. But Rose and Matt Bourne were tag team partners. He was in Buddy Rose's army, but they never got along. We were talking in the chat about the angle from the year before where Buddy Rose like married and divorced his sister.
Which that's real scumbag shit.
Yeah. No more Playboy, he said. No more Playboy Buddy Rose. But then they do a thing. I think I sent you this promo, or at least I told you about it. He comes back from Japan, Buddy Rose, and he's like, I brought gifts for everybody. And he's flashing $10,000. He brings back like a muzzle for Dr. D. David Schultz, hair cream for Dutch Savage. He brings a tape player for Rip Oliver, who's the other guy.
Dutch Savage is bald as fuck.
Yep. Got his ass. And then he said, I brought tranquilizers for Matt Bourne. And Matt Bourne comes out and is like, what the fuck, bro? And they have they have a tag team match like later on in the show. And it's all it is. Buddy Rose is jealous because Matt Bourne has like gotten over, gone, and been successful.
Yeah.
And there's the classic misunderstanding in the tag team match. They get beat. Matt Bourne like beats his ass. Challenges him to a match. They have a match the next week, which is the week before this. That gets thrown out because it's just like a crazy bloody brawl. They're bleeding on old people in the front row and shit.
Pretty dope.
Yeah. And so this is they call it a lumberjack match. The file is, but Don Owen, the guy who is doing the introductions, the promoter, never says lumberjack. I think he calls them guards. But it functions as a lumberjack match, and it's just a wild brawl, which in itself we'll see at the end is setting up an arena match that is not on tape, unfortunately.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah, I mean it's miraculous that we have the amount of Portland that we do, and it's all because Rose is vain. But so shout out Buddy Rose, but yeah. That's where they are in the story, and they work it that way. It's just a massive, bloody brawl. And Matt Bourne is the de facto babyface, but he's still a heel, so he gets to wrestle like a heel, beat his corpse.
Yeah.
They kick each other. Bro, he like stomps from the face and shit. There's a lot of fucking face punching and hurting.
The commentator does not hear that they announced this as no DQ.
Yeah, so Frank Bonham, in my opinion, is one of the best announcers ever, but he is a little at sea in this match. He doesn't think it's no DQ, even though it is, and it's very obviously no DQ because they're punching each other in the dick.
It's not even. They say it. He's like, this is no DQ as long as it happens inside the ring.
And that's how they sold it the week before, because it was supposed to be a lights out match. And then they put it on TV and said the sponsors said we got to do it for the people, which is so real.
The sponsors scared me.
Yeah, this great, fantastic stuff. A lot of punching. They both get cut open like early.
That's always awesome.
And
it's so economical, like the way they do it, the way they both get blood like really early, and it's almost like a lucha structure.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the first fall, second fall, third fall.
Yeah.
Chain of events, but they are bleeding from the get-go, so it makes everything just like so much more impactful and devastating.
And I think too, like, it creates such a perfect visual, especially so like, Matt Bourne wins the first fall, and then you get the cutaway where they go to commercial, and then they come back, and like Buddy Rose is just stood up in the corner, covered in sweat and blood, and
just getting worked.
Dude looks insane, and then
because the first fall ends with Matt Bourne straddling his chest, just punching him in the face repeatedly while Rose looks unconscious.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, like,
and he pins him, and then when it cuts back to the second fall, as Brady said, he's just in the corner taking like a combo, like a body shots, head shots.
Dude, it is and then like the whole second fall is insane. There's a lot of dick work from Buddy.
Yeah, well, that's how Rose finally turns the tides, is this desperation nut shot, because his nose is getting broken.
Yeah.
And part of the beauty of Buddy Rose is, you see it in the first fall, he's pinballing everywhere, he's bumping huge, he's showing his ass. But like when he gets the advantage in that second fall, he gets cruel, and like he turns it on.
Mm-hmm.
And he is giving those punches back. He's like, he nut shots him, and he just starts beating his ass, and Frank Bonham just goes, Buddy Rose, because everybody watching knows, like,
Buddy Rose.
He got the nut shot, he's about to do dirt. Like, his gimmick in the couple years before this was he would just break everybody on purpose.
Like, I literally, like, this is the point in my notes where I started talking about how the announcer didn't know that it was no DQ.
Yeah.
And then I went, anyway, Buddy is working the dick. Like, because
He
it's
does.
literally like it's not like it's like he's doing limb work to it, you know? Like every
He does like
strike,
the
Out.
lucha like wheelbarrow grab and kicks him
it
in the
just
nuts.
kicks her straight in the nuts. It's so
And he's
funny.
punching him in the head. And Buddy Rose is like, he sells punches. Like every punch Buddy Rose takes, he sells full force, like Buddy Landell style. It's so good. But he is also a great puncher himself, and he's punching the shit out of Matt Bourne, and he's selling that the punches are like hurting his hand, and they're both just covered in blood. And he goes for like a lazy pin attempt, and then Matt Bourne, who again has not turned babyface, he's just the de facto babyface, just turns it around and punches him right in the fucking dick.
Which fuck it, dude. Everyone's getting a dick punch.
Dude,
Everybody in the Portland sports arena, it's like Inoki slapping people. Everybody lines up.
Yeah, give me a ball buster, please.
Bourne gets, I love too, Bourne gets pinned and then like he counts, he loses the second fall and immediately just like starts wailing on Buddy.
Because he's mounting him again, trying to murder him again. It's like the Simpsons thing where the Hamburglar gets beat to death or whatever. And Buddy Rose this time like just rolls him up, hooks his arms with his legs and rolls him up for the 1-2-3 and steals the second fall.
Yeah. And then they come back
And
to
then
the third
immediately
fall.
starts getting his ass whipped again.
They come back to the third fall. They're working, and Buddy hits him with a chain and pins him. And like,
Dude, I was rewinding this shit like the Zapruder film to see where the chain came from. He pulled it out of his tights.
does he?
Dude, I was about to ask, does he take it out of his tights? Do you think
Because he just stands up and he's
that?
holding a giant chain.
There's penis and butt stink and sweat all
Honestly,
over that.
Yeah, he's
that's
got Buddy Rose balls and piss. And
honestly, it's so much more impressive that he was able to
farts all
work.
over it.
He was able to work a whole match
Fart chain.
without the chain falling out of his tights. That's impressive to me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's a pro's pro. He's unbelievable. He does everything perfectly here.
And then
Executes everything perfectly and beautifully.
the file ends with a really good Matt Bourne promo, basically asking for the street fight.
Yeah.
And he wants to be, chained to him and whatever. It's good. It's like you said, he's not a baby face, but he is like the de facto, and so he's not all goody two shoes. I want to kill this guy, and I love that.
Yeah, this shit is brutal, man. I mean, it's up there in terms of punching matches.
Oh,
They're
for
fucking
sure.
wailing on each other. It's up there with some of the Houston stuff we've seen.
Dude, it is it's brutal. Much like Dom's match. There we go. We got it back, baby. We did it. It is Billy Kid and Tiger's Mask versus Hideyoshi and Masamune from Osaka Pro 6/24/2007. This match, holy fucking shit, dude! Like Hideyoshi is my like. I don't even like. Okay, I think everybody, if you've listened to the podcast, know like I tend to like wrestlers more who are not like the standout super popular guys, right? Like I will like them, but like when I see a guy like for example, Mr. Niebla, who is someone who has a career that does a lot of different things and really like when you watch their wrestling, it's something that you don't see very often and it feels special. Like it feels like only that guy could do it. That is the kind of thing that sticks out to me. And
yeah, especially now when everybody does the same thing.
And I
in
think
every match.
I think Hideyoshi, the reason that he stuck out to me is because he is like no one else in this match. Or
I was about to say, I love that everyone in this match does feel distinct and their offense is all different.
mm-hmm. Like
Masamune feels like a fucking pirate guy. He feels like an evil pirate bastard. He hits you and he slaps you and he kicks you in the nuts and uppercuts you.
You know who he reminded me of in a weird way?
Well,
And I've seen Masamune, but this is probably the biggest Masamune I've seen. Guy Mutoa and stuff. He reminded me of Loki.
Ah, yeah.
Ooh,
I can see that a
little
lot.
bit. I
Yeah.
can see that.
And Hideyoshi, honestly, I wrote it down. He gave me like super Uchi power, super dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, too.
Well,
But this is like a fighting game match where like everybody has like a distinct style.
I think
It's like it's a video game match too in terms of like I don't know if you guys I haven't played a wrestling game in a while, but like if you're just making a wrestler from scratch and like here comes the pain, it's probably the last time I was making creative wrestlers.
Holy shit, sorry.
Yeah, holy shit, right? But like you're making a wrestler and you're just picking like the most brutal move from every position. Like if I start with a scoop, what's the most brutal finish of this? If they're on their back, like what's the most brutal? That's what everybody in this match did at all times.
Yeah, like I think
It was like what's the most maximum gnarly shit I can do from this position?
I think most people know
Yes.
like what Billy Kid is capable of. Like I feel like out of these four names, he is probably the one that is the most known.
He is like the guy that is like whenever there's interpromotional stuff, he always gets a big call because he's the ace.
Like,
and unfortunately, I actually forgot his name, so I can't even. Shima actually politics hard as fuck to get that belt off of him.
Dude,
and beat the shit out of him the whole match.
I was gonna say that's a match I think we should probably bring on the pod at some point. I've talked about it before.
I think it's probably the best Shima match, just because it's stiff and always stiff. I mean, I haven't watched a whole lot of him because I don't care. To be frank.
Yeah, that's a good call, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a fucking what's like a Dom? Tell me, Monster Zoo. What's like a mythological creature that like sucks joy out of a place? And just like
like an energy vampire.
And like yes. Shima's an energy vampire.
Heavy.
Japanese wrestling scene.
Heavy on the vampire part.
Yeah.
Because he always
like a skinwalker.
He does not even look a day over his age.
No. He is, then he looks insane. He could actually, you could convince me he's a vampire.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. Billy Kid is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think this is like might be the purest distillation of Domism, which I was telling Dom yesterday. I have a deep respect for Domism as a philosophy. And this is pretty much it. This is Domism. In a 2007 high impact technical juniors mold, but it's Domism through that filter, and it's
guys with masks and they hit each other hard, and it's a good. I was saying I was like,
all the strikes pop, dude. It sounds like an early Noah Juniors match, where just like every strike just pops.
Dude, yeah, fuck it. Hideyoshi's kicks sound like they're loud. I mean, there's a moment where he even kicks him in the ribs for no reason. Like, damn.
Yeah, when he's like whooping him on the ground, and at one point he just starts,
he does back and forth kicks to the chest and back that sound like fucking gunshots.
And then he just starts kicking him in the ribs, dude. It's so brutal.
I loved the shit he did where he was doing a chop and with the right hand, and
then coming in with the fucking
from the left. Yeah. That was so crazy.
It was bouncing because the follow through's crazy. It is literally bouncing Billy Kid off of the turnbuckle every time.
And we do need context for this. This is the first night of their tag festival.
Okay.
So this is like a tournament match. Okay. And Sengoku, Hideyoshi, and Masamune are the tag champs.
But the championships aren't on the line?
No, and then Billy Kid and Tiger's Mask actually win this tournament. They beat Black Buffalo and Gaina in finals, but I could not see that they wrestled again because I was like, "Holy shit! If they won this tournament, maybe they get
like a rematch."
They run it back. No, the Sengoku only defended the titles like 3 times in 6 months against these guys.
And
it is like the first night of a tour, and they're kicking off this tournament with they're going crazy.
And dude, that match sounds awesome. Gyna and Black Buffalo versus.
Yeah. Billy
But
King Kid.
the one of the shortcomings of Osaka Pro is that like there's so much of it that we don't have, and probably are just never gonna have because they just ran so many events that seemingly they didn't tape or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
I mean, they're a
like.
small promotion, man. They're like only in Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really like, they have this reputation for these super high level juniors, but like a lot of the history of Osaka Pro is like wrestling for kids.
Yeah,
like
it's so. I was talking to Brady about it. Where like it's just so regional compared to something like its contemporary like Dragon Gate that like goes relative. I mean, like Dragon Gate is regional to a degree, but I mean it's in the name. Osaka Pro, you know.
Yeah.
And I think too with like stuff like Dragon Gate itself, right, with like the ROH stuff and the way it kind of ended up growing and branching out, like.
Yeah, bro. I mean, they could have done some better cross. They could have stopped sending their fucking guys to Shikara of all places, bro. That fuck off. Oof, yeah, bro. No, bro. It sucks. You look up Osaka Pro on YouTube and you get Shikara tag, which the tags where they're facing not crackers. It's probably awesome. But I don't want to watch Osaka guys lose in Shikara in a shitty little area.
You should get
where
into
no
the
one
Osaka Pro tapes, dude.
That's
there.
That's
I
what
really
we were.
think that should be the Dom
Yeah.
project.
That is literally like what
watch
we were
all
talking
the Osaka
about.
Pro. I bet you could find some heaters.
Dude, yeah.
Because
that it's been like my fake project that when I think about it, that I want to do. Just watch all the soccer.
like that's what we were
I think
talking
you should,
about
dude. I would be
when,
very excited for that.
like, before we were recording, was just like I want to dig like so much deeper on Hideyoshi because, like I was saying, like, you know, in this match, like he does a ton of different moves. Like he does
I like moves.
a damn
It's the Here Comes the Pain. Create a wrestler screen.
He does a pedigree at one point that looks crazy. He hits us like he does a dive that should have killed him.
The tope?
Yes.
That's right after that he does that pinball spear, which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. That I already tweeted that out, where he hits. The setup was a little laborious to get there, but he hits the spear on Billy Kid and sends him flying backwards into Tiger's Mask, and like they both go down from one spear.
But yeah, he does like a crazy dive where he like, you know, like sometimes guys like they dive and they'll like clip their feet on the ropes. He clips like his whole body on the middle rope and somehow like,
yeah, he just kind of comes to like a complete stop, but he still nails him.
Yeah, he's like got so much momentum because he's so much of a bigger guy compared to the other three. It's just insane.
Dude, it is awesome.
And like,
fuck.
as much as I do want to like gush about Hideyoshi because he was the standout for me personally, Tiger's Mask is fucking fantastic in this.
Tiger's Mask is always a standout in everything because he kicks you in the head every time I've seen a match of him. He kicks you in the head, and it's awesome. He's always stiff. And the baseball theming looks very cool, as we've seen with Black Buffalo, and with Tiger's Mask, dude, the white is awesome. The white is so
Tiger's Mask is also a guy who like disrupts the normal rhythm of a wrestling match because he attacks situations in like completely novel ways.
Mm-hmm.
So like he'll do a combination that you've like never seen before at a time in the match where it seems to be the time to do it. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy who like he does stuff that is surprising and kind of will snap you out of the like, you know, here comes a move. Like he.
No, yeah, 100%. Like he'll it's the rhythm of here comes a move, and then he'll just do a kick to your head that sounds very loud, and it's like, oh wow. It's always something out of nowhere.
He's like I've said that about Takeshi Ono, and it's obviously and like spots, but it's still he manages to make the spots feel like he is thinking differently than the other people in the match.
Yeah, like that, like the clip we were talking about, where like he like drop kicks the guy. Who does he drop kick, and he like propels himself over the ropes. Oh,
that was so good. They're going for a double team
yeah.
move, and like I was wondering, like, is he a babyface? Because he like jumps the heels a lot.
Well, like, okay, so
They're
that's
going for a double team move, and he just cuts it off with like a kick to the back, jumps in the ring, cleans house, and beats everybody's ass, and like
that's another thing about
the
this
momentum of the
too.
match.
Like,
instead of waiting for the heels to do it,
they
he
don't
just cuts them off and does it.
They don't also like totally adhere to the perfect babyface heel structure either. Because like in the like beginning half of this match, there's a good portion where I called it was Billy like kind of playing with his food a little too much. You know, like he has I think it's Masamune that he's working over.
Him and Masamune do a ton of real slick, like showy mat work.
But it's like
they make the parts of a match that are usually drop whatever the word is, but like boring to me. They made it nice. Like I like when he blocks the head scissors and like keeps his own head scissors.
Yeah, no, they
on.
found interesting ways to do it, but they're doing that it's like state of the art 2007 junior style. But they're still being somewhat rough, and they are doing surprising things that aren't just like the norm.
One of my favorite things that Masamune does is he has Tigers like in a submission, but he's like starting to crawl to the ropes, and so he lets go of the submissions and does like a 619 between the bottom and the middle rope to like kick him just so he'll go backwards just to grab the submission again. What?
Fucking awesome. And it was so fast.
Like shit like that like is insane. Like it comes out of fucking nowhere. Hideyoshi does like that after that dive, he has I think it's Billy, he gets up in a press. Or maybe it's Tiger's Mask, I don't exactly remember, but he like has him in a press and he like starts to slip down his back, and so he basically grabs him and gives him an air raid crash out of fucking nowhere. Like
that is dude, I mean just the best stuff ever.
Yeah, the ending sequence of this match is like, yeah, he literally hits an air raid crash. There's like Falcon pulling out all the signature maneuvers.
Once there's something we have missed is there is more dick work.
Yes, I mean there's a beautiful almost there's like a Shoryuken uppercut to the to
the dick. That's on the thumbnail, yeah.
It is so beautiful.
Yeah, Billy Kid is like up,
there's a couple
up on the top
like
rope, yeah.
Yeah, again, it's kind of an example of they're doing these things where like, okay, this is going to be the thing I've seen a million times and they're different. That one where he jumps up and he gets an uppercut to the gooch and gets pushed to the floor.
And yeah.
And then there's a spot later where Billy Kid whips Masamune into the corner and he goes up and over. And when Billy Kid goes under, he just grabs the back of his head and pulls him straight down into the mat and like, drives him into the mat by the back of his head.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen that. They found ways to make that stuff like hateful.
The keeping on the like the dick work part, so the Hideyoshi like puts Tiger's Mask like in a crab, but he's like it's a real elevated crab, and then Masamune comes in and drop kicks him in the dick twice.
Twice. That's pro.
That's what they were going for earlier when Tiger's Mask just was like, nope. and hit them with the kick and beat their asses.
Bro, before that, I just the moment leading up to that I watched. Hideyoshi whips Tiger's Mask, and it's almost like It looks like he's about to get him in an Alabama slam. Like he has like his, you know what the position looks like where like his head is in like the legs. Tigers grabs the ropes to fight, and so Hideyoshi just takes his he just takes the legs, turns around, and does a little quick kick to the dick and balls, and gets him in a pedigree.
Hideyoshi he's pretty beast mode in the match.
Another thing that I remembered about Masamune is that he his submissions are always fucking super locked and tight. Like he has the thing where like.
Dude, he had him twisted in a pretzel, man.
Bro, he does the pretzel thing where he gets your leg and also your neck and like and he like wrenches
and that's
your
like
back.
The Masamune I've seen has been in Mutoa and stuff like that, and so he's like it is like all mat based. He's really adept at that stuff too. But I was shocked by his striking and
dude, I was gonna say his
mat work and stuff too.
His striking in this, I
said, he reminded me of Loki.
I think it's not like he's the same size as everyone when it comes to height, but he's like weirdly proportionate. Like he's lanky, his legs are long, arms are long. I like that when he throws his kicks, they look awkward, but like they still hurt.
Yeah.
He's a very unique looking guy and very awesome.
Tigers
It's so cool to have Billy just come in and just like do the best lucha sequences ever, and then I mean, there's double stomps in this shit, and too, like, this match is everything.
Yeah, it's this, like you said in the beginning, this is Domism to the nth degree. Like, this is...
Yeah, that's when you said double stomp, that's one of the places where Hideyoshi, where this is super Uchi power.
Yeah,
like, they try to sunset flip him, and he just, like, double
stomps it, which is funny because...
yeah, I'm like, okay, that's what Super Dragon would do.
Well, I think it's funny, too, because it's, like, a little bit of a callback, because, like, earlier in the match, Billy Kid does a double stomp.
Stomps the shit. But Billy Kid's a little guy. Hideyoshi's not a little guy.
No. It's so
Bro, look at this fucking move he does, too. I just clipped it. I mean, we might have to upload this. We might have to get a better clip, but like, bro, he fucking wow,
dude. I was like,
that's what I'm talking about there. That's like, all right, pick him up for a scoop slam and then turn twisting Uranagi.
Yeah, and just like, fuck all the back of the head.
Craziest video game move I can do right now.
And
it's like the Wrath and Mortis stuff we were watching
years
ago. Except Japanese juniors.
The finish comes when Tigers hits 2 tiger suplexes, which the first one is like brutal.
Oh my god, I just remembered the finish. Oh my god, you're right.
The second one he's like launches off the bottom rope. It's like a assisted.
Yeah, he puts him over the rope to like have him elevated basically, and then does the suplex.
That's what Tamon Honda does with his German suplex, but he does it tiger suplex and it kills him.
Dude,
it fucking looks like it sucks.
Dropping a human on his neck twice in a row, just the most brutal way humanly fucking possible, man. It's crazy. That like, I mean, we've kind of talked about it a little bit, right? Like, obviously, but that match was by far and away I can't believe how good this was. You know what I mean? Like, I had faith that Dom would not bring something bad, right? You know what I mean?
Well, and he said it's going to be long. Like, we talked about it on the pod last week.
Yeah, you mentioned.
He said he was going to bring something from Osaka Pro that would be long, and I was like,
yeah, I was like,
I knew that would be long. I knew it would be good. Dom's not going to bring a long, boring match.
Yeah.
That's
implicitly, as I said.
Like,
if I ever bring something long, it has to be like a good pace, which this is an amazing pace. It keeps it up.
Yeah, I do. You could trim 8 minutes off this.
You could.
For sure. You can trim. Yeah. I forget they do the strong BJ spot, too, which is always my favorite fucking thing.
More so to
this is the best match ever, bro.
Dude, this shit is so like.
It's really fun.
I watched this match and immediately went to the Discord and was just like, "Hey, gang, if you are gonna watch anything from this week, watch Dom's match. Like, please." I am like, and that goes for anybody who is currently listening to this podcast. Like, if you just like listen to the podcast and listen to us talk about the matches, which obviously like I know like
Connor. Yes.
there's podcasts I listen to where that's all I do. I only listen to them talk about the matches. I don't go back and watch them afterwards.
I was saying, Connor, you got to go watch this because
Connor would,
it's like
Connor. This would be
if he loved fucking the New Japan Junior style, then he's gonna love this because it's awesomest.
But yeah, like
Not to compare the two, but this is better.
this is like, dude, this is so good. Like, just go out of your way. I know it's 30 minutes. It is worth your time because
It doesn't feel that long.
Is it actually 30 minutes?
I think
It's
so.
right at.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
And,
it doesn't feel that long.
and like you
It
don't.
does not feel that long at all.
It could be shorter, but you.
I mean, when you're watching it, you're just like,
yeah.
We talked about a lot of stuff. We did not cover the whole match. Not even like close. This match is fucking fantastic. Moving on, it is time for Dom's Animal Corner.
Yes.
Speaking of things that are fast, Dom, tell us about cheetahs.
So, we picked cheetahs. I picked cheetahs today for a special reason that I won't give up just yet. I'll wait till Ob gives it up. Cheetahs are cool. They're fast. I'm sorry about the burp. Cheetahs are fast. They're cool. They so there's like there's studies. I mean, at least in captivity, they get very anxious, like real bad anxiety. They get nervous. So a lot of times, what zoos do, you've probably heard of this, is since they're little cheetah pups, they introduce them to almost their own emotional support dog as a puppy. Like they grow up with a puppy, and it almost in turn helps them because one, it helps them know that they're human, not owners, but the caretakers of the zoo are because the dogs fuck with them heavy, so they're like, oh, I should fuck with them. But it also apparently reduces their anxiety levels a lot. They're not quite as anxious. Which,
That's
because
awesome.
you know why they're also anxious? I don't know if this is a real thing, but I remember I mean, it is a real thing. Like, they get outcompeted a lot. Like they can go fast, but they're also in comparison small when compared to other big cats of the things of their environment, like lions, hyenas, things that hunt in packs. They a lot of the times their prey, they just get chased off of it because they already burned so much energy chasing it. They don't have like they can't fight back, so it's like fuck. It puts cheetahs at a weird spot in the food chain and like just in general when it comes to that stuff. But they're cool. They're pretty. They don't even roar. They go. It's something like that, pretty much. And they're cool and they have spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like these matches we're watching.
Yeah, and they have cool. Oh my god, they do have spots. He's right.
Oh.
Dude, he's dead right.
I mean, Avi, do you want to skip or like preempt cage match game to explain the dude of the week?
Yeah, we can do that. He's knocking on the door right now. I said before we started recording that the dude of the week should be my son Alex.
I did put
starts preschool tomorrow.
I did put him in the format as Albito, which is something I think I stole from. That was either Jom or Ethan. I think it was Jom. That called him Albito, and that is what that is what he sticks in my head as now. He is no like it's just Albito because that's way funnier.
That's fine. We can call him Albito.
um,
He's a wild man, and it's his first day of preschool tomorrow.
So real. I didn't go to preschool. Fun fact about me. I skipped both years of preschool and just went straight into kindergarten. There's your little
right on.
random Brady lore dump.
We got him in some hippy dippy crunchy granola place up here, which is like half the reason we moved him. excited about it.
I was gonna say, isn't that like most of Portland?
Yeah.
That's kind of the
Shout out hippies, man.
the demo, right?
Yes, I'd rather the hippie ladies have my child than the Bible ladies.
That's for true.
Yep.
All right, are you guys ready to play the cage match game?
Yes, but also don't
Let's go.
forget we have to read the pros and cons for.
We do
Connors
have
from
pros
last
and
week.
Oh
cons,
yeah, you're right. Do you want to do that? We can do that after cage match game. Well,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I guess now that we've officially made that a segment, I need to start putting it in the format, huh? So are you guys are ready for the cage match game? It is my pick this week. Albie currently sits at 3 points, Dom at 2 points, myself at 0.
Nothing even matters.
Are you guys ready for the overall rating of this wrestler?
Let's go.
It is a 8.94.
8.94.
This is Drew McIntyre.
It is not Drew McIntyre. I feel like we've been on a stretch of that recently, of doing modern WWE guys.
Randy
Yeah,
Savage.
It is not Randy Savage. Are you ready for the first review?
Let's do it.
It is a 8.0. Probably the best heel in 80s wrestling. This person's character work was sublime, being one of the first real love-to-hate heels that wasn't just a racial stereotype. Also, great in ring and a major factor in the best storylines in the golden age that the Fed had.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Damn, we've already done Paul Orndorff, haven't we? So it can't be him.
Is it Doink?
It is not Doink. I feel like that might have been a little too on the nose. No pun intended.
Iron Sheik.
It is not Iron Sheik. I feel
Nah,
like
he's probably way lower than that. Yeah.
and also, I feel like it's kind of got the racial stereotype thing going for it.
Oh yeah, true. True. Very much.
Yeah. Are you ready for the second review?
Let's go.
It is a 7.0. This wrestler has one of the greatest gimmicks of all time. Question is, did they make the gimmick or did the gimmick make them? Personally, I think the gimmick made them. They were skilled in ring, but it only ever came out with certain others. He couldn't carry a weaker opponent to a good match, in my opinion. He was very successful in every promotion he found himself in, so he knew how to get over. Could he have been world champ? Yes, but not a long reign. Overall, a very good performer who I think is a little overrated.
Kurt Hennig.
It is not Kurt Hennig. Do you have a...
Dude. This is Roddy Piper.
It is not Roddy Piper.
I'm gonna fucking shoot myself, Brady. It's your fucking fault, dude.
These are... All right. Last review. It is a 9.0. This wrestler is one of the greatest heels of all time. Their gimmick was iconic, and they played the role of
Ted
perfection.
DiBiase.
It is Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, damn, I can't believe that just hit me. Shit.
Avi gets 1 point. That would put him at 4. Yeah, I mean...
I'm glad I got it, but I should have got it.
That's the thing, though, right? Is like you guys were both beating around that bush.
Yeah.
But even still...
I didn't even have it in my brain, bro.
Even still, I don't know if the reason I picked this review specifically is I don't even know if the $1 Million Man was exempt from racial stereotypes.
Well, he had Virgil.
Because he had Virgil, and that is very clearly them trying to press a little bit of a button.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, yeah. Ted DiBiase.
That was a good one, dude.
Yeah.
We could have gotten them, but they were. That was a good one.
I mean, the rest of this review, it kind of says a lot of the same thing. Talks about him being technically sound in ring, but he, worked with guys like Savage, Hogan, but he made everything feel important.
Yeah.
But
I would say go watch Mid-South Ted DiBiase. That's where the money is.
That's where that money is, boy. That real money.
More than the WWF or All Japan.
Yeah, more than the money, man.
the money.
I didn't even mean to do that.
All right. Do you want to move on to pros and cons? Well, I guess for starters, do we have any non-Connor emails to get to? Or
No, we do not. We do not. Just this one from September the 9th.
From Connor. Connor messaged us and was like, "Wait a minute, I sent you an email," and Oppie went, "Oh shit, yeah, you did." We're rectifying the situation now.
Hey, it's evergreen, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So for pros and Connors, what is Connor's email this week?
It says, "Hey, File Under Fire dudes, it seems like you guys reacted most positively to the pros and Connor's name, so I guess I'll go with that for now. I don't know exactly what I want this segment to be, if it should be something more specific, or if I should just keep sending my normal rambling email. Now, I think I'm just going to send one of my normal rambling emails, play it by ear. I really love the pod this week." That was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
"Congrats on making it to 100 matches. I also thought the email from Biz brought up an interesting parallel between the 90s New Japan Juniors and heavyweights. Both divisions have wrestlers that still get discussed with some degree of acclaim or notoriety. Hashimoto and Muda for the heavyweights, and guys like Tani and Liger for the juniors. But everyone else, guys like Hase and Kanemoto, seem to have been left behind. I doubt this is uniquely a New Japan phenomenon, but I found it interesting the parallels are so clearly there. Speaking of underrated New Japan heavyweights / juniors, I somehow ended up watching a lot of Shiro Koshinaka recently. That's a good place to find yourself, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
We are Shiro
Yes,
Koshinaka
man.
fans on this podcast.
He does stuff with his butt, right?
Hip attack.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And that obviously means that I've seen a lot of his various hip attack. Koshinaka's hip attacks are interesting because, at least to me, they seem to change the entire context of a hip attack. Usually a hip attack seems to be about size and velocity, but when Koshinaka does one, I'm not thinking of velocity. It makes them about the sharpness of his pelvis or the force of his tailbone. It's all about harsh angles and how hard he can smash them into his opponent's face. Are there any other examples you guys can think of wrestlers' unique physicality or performance completely changed how you thought about a move? Sorry for the super long email and bringing up 90s New Japan again. Probably not a great start for pros and Connors. Thanks for all the podcasts. No, that was fantastic, man.
Oh.
People where the way they do a move changes the way that you think about them.
About them? About the wrestler or the move?
Itself. The move itself. Like they
I mean, I think there's a ton
open you to a new way of.
There's a ton of that stuff, right? Like, I mean, even just us, like I talked about earlier when we were talking about the Volkan and Tamura match, like the way he did the headlock takeover. Like,
yes,
that is something I will think about.
That's perfect.
Every time
Yeah.
I see a headlock takeover.
Yeah. No, you can go.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, for every person that does something that they do it a specific way, legends of the business, whether it's
Yeah, no, you're right. That's fair.
And it goes both ways, like people talk about how certain people like The Rock selling the stunner. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like
different physicalities bring different. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like it is such a broad thing. Like when, for example, like when I think of suplexes, not all the time, but like I feel like you're immediately drawn to a guy like Sekimoto.
Yeah, I think, even something as simple as the way Takayama throws a knee is so different than everyone else. Just
because of his size and
it's his size and his physicality.
That's one that Connor's gonna like because he's brought that up too.
It lifts you off the ground.
I think the way Bill Dundee punches makes everybody else look like a big pussy.
I like the way Paul London does his drop kicks, as we've discussed.
I like
'Cause he just-
the Alabama Jam, and I
Mhm.
don't really love leg drops.
Do you know what
Harlem
I
Hangover,
like?
that's a beast one.
I like when AJ Styles would take the Muda lock, but he was so strong and fucked up, and but like also small himself. He would like prop himself up and prop you up and just like wrench your neck over. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's the coolest shit ever.
One of the another example that I've brought up on the show that
Oh,
the
Tenzan Mongolian chops, obviously,
Yes,
right?
yes.
the match that I brought where it's the three-way between AJ, Low-Key, and Paul London, where
Oh,
Low-Key
dude, yeah, that match is the match I'm thinking of. Where like the all the drop kicks and everything. I'm like, wow.
yeah,
I mean, each guy throws them so different, and they're awesome.
and Low-Key does that like stutter step basically on the Shining Wizard, where he like catches his foot on the ducking knee, I think it's to Styles, and then just like
Oh, that
back
yeah,
kicks him.
that's definitely
Yeah, like stuff like that. It made me change because like a lot of people have the just anybody can do a Shining Wizard if you can run. You know what I mean? Like all you have to be able to
I'm
do
out.
is run across the ring and you can hit somebody with a Shining Wizard. But to be able to like have enough body control to stop yourself on the way back and then jump, like that is something I think only Low-Key could do.
Oh, here's one that I like the way Buccanero does his sort of wheelbarrow cradle driver. People don't do it, but they do a variation of it nowadays. Like Swerve
Yeah.
Strickland does his the Storm Cradle Shock, whatever the fuck it's called, where it's like you know what it looks like, but the way Buccanero does it, at least in all the Mystico matches, I mean Mystico takes it beautifully. He would just am I cutting out?
That's fine.
A little. Yeah, you're
A
good.
little bit. He would just go wheelbarrow mode and then fucking tuck his neck in and hope and drop that motherfucker, and it looked awesome.
Yeah. I think the Buzz Sawyer Power Slam.
That's
He
another
does a
good
power
one. Yeah.
slam, like you should always have that torque on it. I feel like
Dude.
it's just like such a fucking.
I don't know if this counts,
Sudden
but
impact.
anything the Steiners did is
Yeah.
so
Perfect.
distinctly the Steiners and
Because they had
them
no
and
idea how it
awesome.
was gonna end.
Yeah, like I love the way
Bro,
that
you
like
pray for the best.
I love the way they would just like suplex people, and if they couldn't get you up, they would just fish hook you by the groin and get your leg and fucking get you up one way or another. Like they're getting you up and they're hitting you and they're I don't know, it's just little shit like that.
So-
I love Megumi Fuji. She had so many Megumi Fuji. She had so many little matches. God fuck!
I'm leaving all that in. I don't care.
I love wrestlers that are able to incorporate an actual bit of like almost folk style wrestling or traditional wrestling with like, which I don't know if that's part of the question, but that's what I like. That I think that's cool.
I think to build off of your Steiner's comment, like a lot of people do the Doomsday device. Nobody does.
No one does. Yeah, no one does that.
Nobody does the Doomsday device the same way that the Legion of Doom.
What's they do? What is
or
it
Road
called? I
Warriors.
keep forgetting it. The Steiner Bull. What is it? The Bulldog they do? The Steiner Bulldog.
That Bulldog.
That shit would fuck. Yeah, that would fuck.
It's terrifying every time.
Yeah, like
it almost ends in disaster. Like every time they ever get it.
It's a lot of the same thing with
gets paralyzed.
With the Doomsday, right?
That's why I bought the Buff Bagwell stuff, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, it's
Mark.
Like realistically, we could sit here for the next hour and probably come up with the way certain wrestlers do moves, and I think
no, that was a very good inaugural.
Yeah, that's an amazing pros and cons. Yeah, inaugural, because like, oh man, dude, we could. So many people do so many things in such a special way, and then like so much so that then guys 20, 30, 40 years later, there's 15 Stan Hansen clones on the indies right now because of the way that Stan Hansen wrestled.
Yeah, they need to go back to their tapes.
Yeah, they're not throwing their shit right.
I agree, but you understand.
They're not breaking people's skulls.
But there's, I think,
you're right though. What's your point holds?
I think the reason that Stan's is so good is because, Stan was just going off of like not I know
He's
like
one of one.
yeah, you can't
Can't copy
replicate
that.
how Stan Hansen does everything.
Yeah, that energy.
Because
That's his soul.
he was just out there going. Similar thing for like obviously Vader is the obvious uh comparison, right? Like same kind of thing. Vader, it's a lot of those older guys, a lot of those territory guys, a lot of the, you know, uh, even guys like uh, Kawada and any of the four pillars and their specific stuff.
Yeah, Stan Hansen's just out there doing CTE jazz.
I was at St. Louis Anarchy the other night, and I love St. Louis Anarchy. If you've ever listened to me or you follow me on Twitter, you know that. I saw two different people do Kawada kicks. You know what I mean? And I think
Were
that
they
is.
shitty both
Yeah,
times?
shit, we talked about Kawada kicks last time we
Oh, I have not.
recorded in the Fabi Apache.
I have not seen, like, it's hard to find people that do Kawada kicks good because, quite frankly, nobody wants to just point kick somebody in the nose in a Midwest indie or any.
That's why you got to catch him on the forehead. I'm talking like I'm a wrestler, bro. I was like immediate. I would catch someone in the nose and
Listen,
immediately
that's
get
why
blacklisted.
you do coke together before the match.
Mm-hmm.
You say, hey man, whatever happens out there, hey, that's just the
Let's
business.
clear it up. Yeah, let's clear it up afterwards with
Yeah.
doing this again.
We'll come back here and we'll do this again. And
Yeah,
That's
and we
what-
won't even feel it. Yeah.
yeah.
And then you turn into Buddy Rose.
There are worse fates, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah, you could turn out like Matt Bourne and be fighting Hacksaw Jim Duggan in like 2006 on an indie show.
R.I.P.
One
How
of
many
it.
dead wrestlers we got this week? Both of
Oh,
mine.
both of yours.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, hey, that's pretty good. I mean, we're
Yeah, that might be a record.
2 out of what is that? 8. That's a
Yeah.
quarter of the.
1/4 quarter of them were, so 3/4 are alive. Yeah, that might be a record.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, play the game. Are the ones that are alive canceled? I think we're safe on that one too.
Yeah, that's the good thing about Osaka Pro. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
go
they.
out there cutting the most heinous promos of all times in front of 8-year-olds, but I don't know.
And
Yeah, I mean, I would be the most lit 8-year-old in that crowd when we're like, fucking kick him!
Can you imagine how much you would love Billy King Kid if you were like a 9-year-old?
Bro, if I was. Bro,
I'm 25 and I like Billy King Kid. What do you mean?
And from America!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, dude.
He is already my superhero.
Oh.
It used to be like that everywhere. Hey, that's an argument with territories.
Oh yeah.
That's true, actually.
That is, yeah.
But we did it. We did it, guys.
We did it. We're back.
Another classic.
We should be back same time next week.
Yeah. Hopefully, we're pretty busy.
Yeah, as long as things go well. Obviously, just because Aubrey has moved across the country does not mean things are.
No, I'll know all the work starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you gotta like decide if you're gonna like try and find a job, and you gotta go through all that stuff. And
I'm in woke land, baby. Give me them
Yeah, we don't need jobs in woke land.
No.
All you need is a dream and love, baby.
That's right.
Damn straight. If you enjoyed this podcast,
And maybe America should be like that.
Yes.
Good night. Good night, File Under Fire podcast.
If you enjoyed
Have a good
listening
night.
to this podcast, please like and subscribe. Give us a comment, review, do anything you can and are willing to do to try and push this podcast to the masses. Because 1, we have a ton of fun doing it, and 2, more people need to find these matches. Because I know for a fact, other than our Twitter account, I'm not gonna load it up tomorrow and see anybody talking about Billy Kid and Tiger's Mask versus Hideyoshi and Masamune. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna happen. It's and people need to see that match. I swear, like that is, yeah. I love that shit so much. So yeah, try and share the podcast as much as you can. We always appreciate it. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all the things that you can to help push us into the stratosphere. If you do want to reach out to us, we encourage you to email us at fileunderfirepod@gmail.com. I think that's right.
I think so.
And follow us on socials. Other than that, as always, check out Yard Subject to Change. Check out other episodes if you're new, or if you've listened to all the episodes. I don't know. Listen to them again. See if there's, or just go back, check the Google Sheet where I have listed every single match we have ever watched on this podcast.
Just type Negro Casas into YouTube
Or
and leave us alone.
Or do that. Which, is 106 matches now, which means you have 0 excuses.
Yay!
And with that, we bid you adieu. We will see.
Good night,
sorry,
America.
I just did the damn Kenny Omega thing.
Yeah.
My fault.
It's okay. Good night, America.
Good night, everybody. We love you. I said good night is funny because, like, I guarantee
Bye-bye.
people are gonna be listening to this at work in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning.
Bye.
Bye.